What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. Now, I know this isn't Danmachi gameplay, but this is a very, 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 I guess, important question that we've talked about quite a few times on this channel. But how much free-to-play Iris one can actually accumulate in a given month? Now, to be fair, this is March, and March was very, 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 very lucrative, as you'll see in a moment. But before I get down to this, let's go ahead and kind of clear the air here. So basically the way this went down, Yoko, the guy that does our data mines, sat out and he said, I want to figure out for myself how much Iris I have accumulated in the month of March. So he sat down March 1st and started calculating this out. So you will see here at the top ads. That is literally just running ads. Obviously you get the 10 that are daily guaranteed, and then the other 4 or 6 or whatever you wind up accumulating. He was able to get 20 on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 only 10, and day 5 30. And I don't think he was actually as diligent as he could be on this, if I'm honest, but it's a real life scenario. Okay, so for the entire month, if we go down here, all 31 days of March, if we scroll over here, in a month span, he acquired 640 Iris. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. Probably could have done a little better, but once again, that's 90% RNG, if I'm honest. Login bonuses, okay? No Iris bonus for day 1. Now, we had some really good login bonuses in March, I'm going to be honest. So you got like 30, 20, blah, 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 blah. So in that month, he was able to acquire 330 total Iris for the month. Just logging in. So literally, you're already seeing 1,000, like just shy of 1,000 Iris just for logging in. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we haven't even gotten to Record Buster. We haven't even gotten to War Games and all that kind of stuff. Okay, if we go back over here to the beginning, dailies. Literally just, did he log in? Did he do his daily events? Did he get that 10 Iris? Did he falter any day? I don't think he did, but let's take a look-see. Nope, 310. So he did not falter any single day. He got his dailies every single day. I probably do it like miss 1 or 2 a month. I actually missed mine last night, so it happens. But you know, life gets in the way. But most of the month, you know, I probably get 290 to 300-ish daily Iris for that. So that's awesome right there. So great job, perfect score there. Dispatch quests. Now there's a fun one. When you do dispatch quests, you're going to get a certain amount here. And you will actually go over here and see. This is where I'm going to highlight this row right here, just to show you. So on day 1, we got 8, 6, and then 25. Basically on that day, he's got notes over here that that's a low log dispatch quest. That gives you 20 Irish when you clear that. So he got that on the 3rd, the 11th, the 19th, and the 27th. So when I tell you guys to make sure that you do your dispatch quests, that's what I'm talking about. Well, it isn't a huge amount. It does add up. Let's see what the full amount of that is, though. Let's go ahead and highlight the whole row. Scroll over here, and 225 Iris for the month. I actually did not expect it to be that much. It's almost as much as dailies. So if you're missing dispatch quests, you're throwing away Iris. Do your dispatch quests, guys. And you'll even see, like, he missed dispatch quests a couple days. So that actually, if you do low log every day, you will probably accumulate pretty close to your daily. That's nuts. I didn't think it was that high. So color me impressed. Color me impressed. What was the average? So I wonder if we take the average of every day, what that would be. 252 divided by 31. I mean, it's going to come out to like 2.5-ish. No, I'm sorry, not 2.5. It's not to under 10, but probably like 8 or so iris a day, 7 or 8 iris a day. That's pretty well. I mean, 25.2 divided by 30. So yeah, 252 divided by 30. Whatever, math. But either way, like 7 or 8 iris a day is really not bad. CP rewards. Now, this is going to be completely unique to every single person. He did say that on the 4th he got the new Aisha leveled up. So that's actually represented there in the 150. The 200 on 3.9 isn't documented. So CP rewards. You can almost take that out of the final equation if I'm honest. But because that's going to be completely unique to every single person. But he got 1,575. And this is not somebody who's new at the game. These, what is that on the 23rd? Leveling up units for war games got a lot of CP for. Oh, okay. So leveling up war games units, he got a ton of CP for that. So literally a third of his CP iris he acquired on the 23rd. So if we kind of negate that and we say, okay, well, on a monthly basis, save for that, he made about 1,000-ish. That's still a lot. So it shows you need to be doing your CP rewards. Plus, we got the kid units. Those were easy as hell to level up. There's no excuse for not having a respectable number there. So you can already see, like, that right there almost doubles. Like, if we just take out the 560, that right there almost doubles the amount of iris acquired. Pretty freaking wild. Pretty wild. Okay? Guild rewards. So, guild rewards total, I'm guessing. Let's see if we have a clue as to what this is. So, 220 on 310 is not documented. But I'm guessing that is probably going to be Familia Wargame. Because it looks like, if I recollect, I think that's probably about Familia Wargame. Because then it's kind of in and out periodically. But Chestia 2 is part of Chestia 2. But Chestia 2 is a high-ranking Familia. We get a lot of rewards from that, so that's not surprising. So 1,755. Once again, if you're not part of a Familia, you're missing out. If you're part of a lower-ranking Familia, you can kind of like take that away. Chestia 2 is a very, very, very good Familia. So they always rank in the top 20-ish. So that is not going to be typical, but it just kind of shows you what you can acquire. So if we, that's 1,700, we can actually take, let's just say for the sake of argument, take 2,000 away from the final rewards. Then guild rewards time limited. These are like daily login things. Did people log in every day? Did people check all their stuff? Blah, blah, blah. And that actually came out to, let's go back up here. Come on. Don't be crappy. There we go. 1,643. So get everybody logging in. Take advantage of your daily guild rewards, guys. You are literally just missing out of an iris if you're not taking advantage of those things. Okay? Now, the next one here is compensation. And this one I can almost say just take away no matter what. Compensation, if you remember, we had a Familia War game that went to hell, and basically everybody got first place rewards. We had a couple things we were compensated for throughout the month. So, like, we got 680 on, what day is that? On the 3rd. So, yeah. Pretty much you can just say, okay, well, we're not going to get that all the time. 3.8, we got another 300. So this area could easily be, negated in comparison, but it still is a lot of freaking iris that we got. You're not going to get that much all the time, but that is a huge, huge amount of iris. 980 is substantial. And that's just for, really the game messing up. So I would almost I can't edit this, But if I could highlight that, I would highlight that out. We can do some minor arithmetic here and modify this, but 980 is really substantial. Then we get to round 10. This is all Record Buster, War Game, things like that. So actually, it says FAM event. So maybe like Familia War Game, Familia Royale, those like things like that are here. I don't know why guild rewards, total guild rewards time limited then. Irrelevant. So the first 700, that I'm going to guess is going to be War Game. 850, I'm pretty sure is Record Buster if I remember the days. Yeah, he says, okay. So he says 700. Okay. So he explains, 310. So that's 700 for 1000 in War Game and 150 for True Familia Royale rank 25. So they got a lot of Iris that day. True Familia Royale is included in that. It is actually not in guild rewards up here. So I'd probably need him to specify what these are, but either way, you can kind of take away from this what you need to take away from it. So, for example, 850, that's like a top 50 finish in like Record Buster or something like that. Let's see. Record Buster, actually, I think it was 800 that we get for that. I'd have to pull it up over here. Whenever it decides to, yeah, just come on, log in, go. All right. So, for example, whenever it decides to pop up. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So 700 for 1K in Record Buster, or sorry, War Game. So here we go. Got it up. So rewards. Because I honestly just don't remember. So top 50 is 800 in Record Buster. I've done that a few times. It's actually very, very lucrative. But top 1,000 is 650. So you can still get a decent amount there. Okay. And War Game, which is funny enough on right now. If you're able to get to King 1, that's 700. Jester 3 is 710. I would say, and even if you get to King 3 is 600. If you're not making King 3, you need to work on your teams. King 3 is fairly, comparatively easy. That one should be a no-brainer. Anything above that gets dicey. Anything above King 1, I really don't consider. Like I say, like if you're not making King 3, you really need to work on your teams. If you're not making King 1, maybe just consider what units you need more. But most people watching this video should be making King 3 to King 1. Anything below that should be considered unacceptable. Personal opinion, maybe I'm a bit harsh, but that's me. Okay, so make sure you're taking advantage of these guys. So you'll notice he got 700 almost all the way across the board here, save for this one. 500 here, what is that? 323. Oh, Familia War Game. Familia War Game. Got it. So that is a little bit lower than normal. And then 650 on the 31st. So, yeah. That is 3,400 Iris. Now, to be fair, you can take 150 away from that for most people, but neither here nor there. Even if you do say, oh, well, it's only 3,250. Only 3,250 a month. Guys, make sure you're taking advantage of Record Buster working properly. And he's not even like a high ranker. We're not talking someone who hits top 50 in Record Buster or, you know, hero level in War Game. I would consider Yoko's scores should be most people's averages. Honestly, frankly. Opinion. Maybe you choose to differentiate, but that's my opinion. So you can already see like how quickly it's just going to add up just in this one alone. Event. What is event? I have to look here. So on the 10th, that was the same day he did that. I don't know what event he's considering. So events must be tails, like when we do the tail events, because that's right about when the new tails would have dropped. So yeah. So in the month total, 938 just from events. And the final one that really matters here, because everything below this is just general gotchas. This is 7th zone. So for doing his 7th zone, he got a total of 118. He does make a note here that on the 2nd, he messed up and didn't S-clear very hard at 7th zone. So where he normally would have gotten, a significant amount more, he only got the A clear. So he missed out on some of the iris there. So there is some more iris to potentially be acquired here. But still, 118 a month. Like I said, everything below this, you can kind of take out of the equation. But the final number that was acquired down here for the month of March, 11,941 iris acquired in the month of March for Yoko. Now, let's be fair. Let's be completely fair. Everybody, event, 7th zone, War Games Record Buster, I would say with the exception of the 150 there. So you could take 150 off of that. So you're still talking 11,000. Let's just round to 700. So 11,700. But then most months we're not getting compensation. So let's just make it easy, take another 1,000 off there. So 10,700 if we take off compensation. Guild rewards, I really don't know how to equate that. If you're not part of you see there, that's the better part of, more than 3,000 iris that he got for being part of a Familia. I'd have to compare that to mine. I haven't tracked mine at all. If you're part of an inactive Familia, you're just missing out. If you're not part of a Familia at all, you just see what you're missing out on there altogether. It'd be really interesting for someone to track this that's part of a more casual Familia. I've never honestly tracked mine. I wouldn't know where to even begin. But if we take 3,000 off of that, you're still talking 8,000 iris. But man, 10,700 is just that is an insane number. And that's literally just for logging in and doing all your stuff. Take advantage of your 7th zones. Take advantage of your dailies. Take advantage of dispatch quests. You see, dispatch quests alone were almost 300 iris. That's almost 250 iris. That's almost a summon right there by itself, just doing dispatch quests, guys. So if you guys ask how much free-to-play iris, and this is, so you'll see here too, he kept the lunchbox in here. The lunchbox came out to be about 410 iris. That includes the 100 paid. All this counts as free iris, but is not included in the final sum here, because the final sum, and I can actually show you, if I can see you'll see the equation up there. It is calculated AE through A12. So in other words, all these fields here are not included in the final sum, and this is actually calculated off of the number 22 field. So B22 through F22, basically these lower fields here. So it does not include this. This will not be included in that final equation. So just to give you an idea how much you can acquire, how quickly, this is a ton of free-to-play iris. Now, once again, not everybody will be able to get the same amount, but do your daily stuff. Log in, guys, even if you're only getting 9,000 iris a month. Oh, darn. 9,000 iris a month. Do the math on that. Multiply that by 12. That's how much iris you can get in a year's time. That's the video, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. Make sure you hit the little thumbs up button and subscribe if you have not already. And as I always say, y'all, if your mama asks where I done been, tell her I went out for cigarettes.